Good day to all. I'm K.Bakiyaraj, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of MBA at Dr. Asst.Prof. College of Arts and Science. Today we are going to discuss the topic about the system concepts. So before entering into the system concepts, we let you know define the term about the system and what are the different type of the components to given for the system. A system is define what do you mean by the term as a system. So a system is an interconnected set of components working together to achieve a common goal is defined as a system. So here the system is interconnected with a few set of the components. So here the question is define the term as a components. In BIS, the systems integrates many resources such as the people, the process, the data, and the technology to manage the information flow, the city-based system. And now we are discuss about define the term what are the key components of a system. So there are the different type of the key components to be associated with the system. The first one is a hardware, the second one is a software, the third one is the data, and the fourth one is a process, and next one is a people, and next one is a network. So define the term as a hardware. So hardware is to be as in it is a physical devices to attach with the system is given as a hardware. Example, the servers, the computers, the networking equipments, these all the term include with the term of the hardware. Define the term as a software. So software is application and platforms of city-based software. For example, ERP systems like SAP, CRM tools like Salesforce segments. And the third key component is data. So define the term as the data. So data has to be collected by through by the primary or the secondary source is city-based data. So the raw fact and the process to be information in such as the database or the data warehouses to be collected from the right manner city-based data. Next key element is city-based process. So define the term as a process. So business workflow support by the system is city-based process. For example, order processing and inventory management. Next key component is the people. So people is city-based manpower resources such as the users, the IT staff members, and other stakeholders who interact with the system as city-based people. So define the term as a network. So here the network is the infrastructure is enabling the data exchange between the system is to be interconnected with the one system to another system is said to be as a network. And now we are going to discuss about the topic of the elements of a system. So first element is about the input. The input or the raw data or the resources fit into the systems to be processed in BIS. So that includes the first one is the data, and the next one is user commands, and the third one is external data. So what define the term as the data? So customers orders, the employee records, and financial transactions or the sensor data. So what do you mean by the term as the user commands? So instructions to be entered by the users, for example, querying the database. Next one, we are going to discuss about the third important key component with the inputs is external data. So the information from the outside sources is the database inputs, for example, the market trends through by APIs. Second element is about the process. So process is set to be as in how the data has to be converted into be reliable output is set to be as in process. So process are the activities or the operations that transforms input into output is set to be as in process. So in BIS, the process involved first one is the data processing, and the second one is the business logic, and the third one is automation. And the third important key element of a system is output. So output is the output or result or informations produced by the system after the processing input in BIS. It includes many output such as how the output has been reacted in terms of the reports or actions or insights. And the fourth important the element of the system is about the feedback. So feedback is how the inputters convert into right process to attain the positive feedback, and as a through feedback how we come to know whether the input is rightly monitored, how in what via we should be evaluated. So feedback is informed about the system performance by using adjust or improve the operations, such as we call as a feedback. So how the feedback we come to know in BIS, what is a positive feedback, second was negative feedback, and third one is user feedback. And next, we are going to discuss about the control. So what do you mean by the term as a control? So control is when the work has to be attained, negative deviations is to be based in control. So controls are the mechanisms to ensure about the system operates within described the parameters is called as in control. So in BIS, control includes, there are the different type of the controls to be measured. One is access control, and the next one is the validation rule, and the third one is audit trials. So access control should be based in some using user authentication by using the right manners we call as an access control, and how the data has to be validated. So validation we call as a cross-checking the data either is a positive or negative to ensure the data integrity in the right norms. And the next one is the audit trails. Audit trails is said to be based in tracking the system into the more accountable forms we call as an audit trails. So these, so we concluded about what are the different type of element to be consisted in via the system. One is the input, next one is the process, next one is the output, and the next one is the feedback and the control. Thank you so much.